how's it? Welcome back. So this is essentially just going to be a test video, basically where I want to see how the video quality is when I use my iPhone to shoot my videos instead of what I typically use, which is my personal phone. This is the Samsung Galaxy 24, so the one that came out just last year. Prior to using this phone though, I was using my older personal phone, which was the 2020 version of this, and I was perfectly fine with that, but then eventually it finally started to die. So then last year my wife and I upgraded and got the newer models. And so for the iPhone that I'm using right now, this is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. So I guess it came out in 2021. I just went ahead and Googled it. So we'll see how they kind of stack up against each other. And then this whole thing came up because yesterday, one of our family friends is moving to Germany of all places today. So we met up at the beach, hung out over there, and then we went to a dinner afterwards. And so when we were finished with the dinner, we're deciding, okay, where we're going to take our group family shot, and we're trying to decide whose phone to use and whatever. And then, we got into the whole debate, Android versus iPhones. And then typically speaking, I have heard it said many of places that the iPhone cameras are better. But just like for all the other functions of it, I like my Android way better than my work phone, the iPhone there. And so then we did a little test, shot I used my phone, and they actually have the new iPhone, the one that just came out last year. And it was way better than mine, so I figured I might as well go ahead and give their camera a try and see how that works. Now, granted, this thing has infinitely more space than my iPhone does, so I don't think it'd really be easy for me to use the iPhone a lot for shooting my videos, but nonetheless, I figured I'd give it a shot. And then also, I know the audio quality is not going to be very good, where typically I'll use my Rode mic thing here to shoot the videos and record the audio. But then for these, you got to have like a specific fancy connector to get it hooked up to, whatever, an Android or an iPhone. And I don't got the iPhone connector, so we're just going to have to deal with this. And, let me know in the comments how the video quality is, although I guess I'll just look at it with my own eyes and be able to, form an opinion off of that. However, not to make this video just totally pointless, I figured I would share something kind of related to stuff from my channel, although this is going to be barely related to what I typically cover. But because the video I posted yesterday was about video games, I thought I would just share, whatever my favorite video games. And this changes day to day, but what my favorite video game was for 2024. And so as of now, at least, I would have to say that was Dragon's Dogma 2. I super loved that game. It had a whole bunch of issues, but like Dragon's Dogma 1 is like one of my favorite games ever, and that came out in 2012, so it was like a 14-year wait before 2 came out. And I really loved it. Sunk a bunch of hours in. How many? I got, I don't know, probably like 80 hours or something or so in that game. Beat it a couple times. And then what else? Favorite TV shows. So favorite TV show for me from last year is a super easy one, and that would be Shogun. That show was so damn good. I loved it so much. Just kind of thinking about like what to pick and my favorite shows from last year makes me want to go ahead and watch the whole thing again. So maybe my wife and I will go ahead and do that. And then sticking to the same theme, what was my favorite movie from last year? And so like initially I wanted to jump out and say Deadpool and Wolverine, because it was definitely like the funnest movie. But what I think I would have to say my favorite movie from last year was, I'm gonna have to go with Dune 2, because that thing was just super dope. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. So anyway, with that said, that'll wrap it up. I'll go back, listen to this, see how the audio sounds, and post the video. And, if it really is way better, maybe I'll go ahead and get the connector piece, and then I'll figure out what to do with the little bit of storage I have on my work phone here, and can maybe switch over to using my iPhone instead. But anyway, with this said, that wraps it up. Until the next video, keep your lucid dreaming practice, sleep practices, and meditation practice legit.